and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, Jon Jordan. So in the video today, I'm looking at what is a very kind of interesting and very kind of typical blockchain sort of innovation, and it is this kind of trading platform called NFTEX. So the URL is NFTEX. So it says trade NFTs like crypto. So what this is attempting to do, obviously very early stages at the moment, is it's looking to kind of bridge NFTs, which are effectively what we mean is ERC 721 standard NFTs on Ethereum, and it's looking to kind of bridge those with ERC 20 tokens. So you've got non-fungible tokens, NFTs, which are kind of unique items, one of a kind, at least in terms of their kind of unique ID and potentially pricing, and then bridging that to fungible tokens, which are like any token. Any one ETH is the same as any other ETH. There's no uniqueness around one particular ETH. So kind of I guess the thinking behind this is some of these NFTs are have been traded at very high values. But if you have a very high value NFT, obviously you can't necessarily realize that value unless you find another buyer. So they're very specific. It can be very specific to games. They're specific games, and this is a way of kind of allowing you to maybe take some of the value out of your NFT, or equally you could split up ownership. What it does do is it split up ownership between many people. So it's just a kind of an interesting way of thinking about ownership and thinking about the whole kind of programmable money scenario that we have with blockchains. So very early at the moment, and it's kind of like I guess fairly centralized in the way these things are set up at the moment. But at the moment there are this idea of launches, and a launch is basically you have an NFT that you're going to put on this platform and allow other people to effectively own a share of the NFT. So at the moment they're kind of launching with Decentraland LAND. So that's I guess one of the best known assets classes in terms of NFTs, because Decentraland has been around for a long time. It's sold quite a lot of land at some fairly substantial prices based on the location of the land within Decentraland itself. So this is what these maps are showing. So you can see here this is 3 land locations, 3 different ones within Decentraland. And we can see here, so this one has a valuation of 10.2 ETH. This one has a valuation of 17 ETH, and this one has a valuation of 10 ETH. So obviously one of the big issues with NFTs is how you value them, and particularly they can only really be valued on past sales, which is not necessarily a good indication of whether something's going to go up or down in value in future, and they're not really obviously liquid like fungible tokens. So we can see here this one has been split into 10,000 shards. This one split into 1,000 shards. This one split into 100 shards. Obviously this is a bit of experimentation there, and we can see what's left. So 23% of this one's available, about 20% of that one's available, and about 85% of that one's available, and they expire in 6 days. So you can go and kind of click in and see what's going on here. So we see there's a deadline. We can see we can go and have a look at the actual bit of the thing in Decentraland, actual land in Decentraland. So apparently between the Fashion and Red Light District, a trendy apartment. Okay. We can see here, looks like it was. So it looks like this has been bought for 70,000 mana, which is the in-game currency of Decentraland. Probably been done for the purposes of doing this demo, I would think. We can see here, so if I wanted to buy some of these shards, I can see there are 6,565 shards left, so I could kind of go and buy some here. Actually, I have already, you can see here, I have subscribed. I don't quite know the language, but that's how they can talk about it. I've subscribed for 100 shards, and the price per shard is 0.001. So effectively 0.02, and 1,000th of an ETH per shard. Obviously, not obviously, but if you had an NFT that you wanted to put in there, you could put in your NFT so that we can see some of the things that are currently being supported. Decentraland, Super Rare, which is an art, like a one-off art kind of gallery, kind of a marketplace. Axie Infinity and marble cards. So we could fill all this kind of stuff in. We could give it a ticker. We could, put in the amount of shards we want to break it down to. We could, if we wanted to, we could keep 51%. So we always have control over it. We could value the shards and fill in those kind of details. So it is kind of interesting. Obviously, again, very early stages. And potentially, I guess, with these sort of things, they can throw up as many problems as they kind of create opportunities. So I guess in this particular case, I can imagine this would work particularly well for kind of artwork, because some of the artwork is particularly on Super Rare, which is just one-off artwork, as opposed to kind of multiple prints of the same artwork. Some of those can be very valuable, and it might be you might want to. Someone might want to buy very expensive artwork, keep 51% of it, so thus be able to sell it on, and then the other people can kind of get a fractional share of that value once that's sold on, assuming the platform can kind of deal with that kind of scenario. I guess there's kind of be this interesting issue. Once you've created these things, then you have them in a marketplace for shards, so that shards could actually be sold at different prices depending on how it all works out. This is kind of the crazy stuff you can do. It happens in markets, and we are able to kind of facilitate that on blockchains in a much more simple way than we could otherwise do. FAQ, so there's all this kind of stuff. How does it all work? So again, very early stages. I should say I've just signed up to this. I've just signed in with MetaMask, so it's using, obviously, running on the Ethereum blockchain. I've just signed into it with MetaMask. So it's non-custodial from that point of view. There's no KYC or anything like that. So, but early stages, worth checking out. I think another great example of the fascinating kind of use cases people are coming up with and building. And I guess it's a case of we will wait and see kind of how it pans out. Again, this is interesting. So this seems to be the shard. This is like the exchange. So. It's looking like this is kind of built on Uniswap by the looks of things. Uniswap, the kind of decentralized token exchange. So that's all kind of open source on GitHub. So it looks like they've built something like that, and then you can potentially, once the token you fill in for your launch will be the token name here. So you can actually trade these shards. And it will just work off the normal bonding curve that Uniswap works off of. So yeah, fascinating stuff. Thanks for watching the video. It's Blockchain Gaming World, where we delve as deep as we can into the world of blockchain games. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, please do subscribe to the channel. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and hope to see you again soon.